Eugenio, this is a velvet curtain.
Yeah, and this is another new work that you especially conceived for the exhibition. And would you like to tell something about the genesis of this piece?
I found this image on the internet. It is a very powerful image. It's very recognizable, this man who is taking the communion, our ex-president, who is on the news and in the international focus right now because of all these scandals and all this crime he's being accused for. I just thought of Beatriz González, how Beatriz González managed to document an era of these political classes with the curtain.
It was her first political work,
yes,
basically. And this Turbai.
With the expression Turbai. And all these people drinking in a cocktail party while the country was sort of devastating, not as much as now, maybe, but.
And for a coincidence, when I was writing about this piece and I was documenting, I discovered that Turbai was one of the supporters when Uribe became president. So they were also politically connected. So in this way, basically, you do a kind of reference internal to the code of the history of Colombian contemporary art, in a way. And on the other way, you are relaunching politically the relationship between church and power that's so connected in the history of the whole Latin American countries, basically, La Cruz y la Spada, and it resonates with the other works that are connected in a way with the religious power. Why you are so focused on the religious power? Because till now we have focused on Uribe, but we have here another important person of the church who was an Uribista también.
Yes. More than as you say, more than the actual people here, what is happening for me is the act of this circular communion waffle that is being given by the church to the state. This is the political representation, that's the church. I have always thought that there is not such a state laicist power here. The church has managed historically, this goes back centuries and centuries, of how to repress, how to affect, how to influence the development of the people, of the person, of the children, of everyone, in all sort of senses, sexually and mentally and intellectually speaking. The church manages to filtrate that and control. This is why it's happening. So many of these things that we have right now are happening when we talk about the division of the country, or some people supporting this or people supporting that. The church is always trying to influence that. For me, that was important to show, and I found this image amazing. We discussed at the beginning, because I also have this project, this as a serigraphy, but I painted the communion waffle red, and we discussed that at the beginning. I would like to know why. Just a conversation because I accepted your suggestion. Let's make this maybe white. It's powerful enough, and I understood that. It's powerful enough. But I still think the red Eugenio in that thing. It's very, I know it's very literal, but it's quite powerful. But for a curtain, obviously, it's much more elegant and much more beautiful, which is what I wanted it to be.
So in a way, you take a reference also to the past in order to question the present, starting from the title of the exhibition as well, Nada que Cesa.
Yeah,
because it's referring to the national hymn as well as to the peace agreement that now is so contested again, basically.
Yeah. I mean, when in 2016, when the peace agreement was signed, Presidente Santos said, cesó la horrible noche. And actually the noche has only not ha cesado, ha incrementado más horrible. Entonces, I think it's very important that we put these themes, these subjects on the table, Eugenio, because we need to confront the church, and they cannot go on forever affecting the decisions of the government. I mean, yesterday, I don't know if you heard the news yesterday, there was a judge that rejected to marry two women somewhere in Monteria or somewhere in the Atlantic coast, rejected. He was on the news, and he just talked about the providence, which means this part of the Bible, which is a 3-page thing, that says that he is respecting it because of his beliefs, but he's not following the Constitution, as the Constitution says that everybody can get married. I mean, two women, two men. So we still have lots of these people interfering. And the title of the exhibition is Blood of, like sangre de quien, because it's like sangre here from this side or sangre from that side.
So blood everywhere, basically.
Blood everywhere, exactly.